Buttons are being pushed.
The buttons have been pushed.
Paper ripping sound. Fair warning.
I need to go back over to chat, so I'm not looking at the journal recovery in my chat window now.
So yay, we're back.
Yay!
But
Yay!
Hello, everybody.
We got here
to
before
this-
the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to this 34th session of In the Demon's Grasp. When last we left off, the group was getting their things gathered together for a trip to Farrington, the mountain city of dwarves. They were going to go look there for the two children who disappeared while at home with their family, to check out some armor smiths and other items that they were checking out for. They slept in the night and woke up without incident. So,
Woo!
yay!
Yay!
So
Sleep
that's where
successful.
we'll pick up. That's okay with everyone.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you wake up. It's a nice fine day. Oh, to alert everybody, Allie will not be here today. She's still working on SummerSlam stream, so she's busy working. So if anybody wants to go check her out, feel free.
and if you can, donate to good cause.
Yep.
Yes, she is
link
raising money
is in the
for
panels below.
SummerSlam, so
Correct,
please
yes.
click the link in her panel and support the charity.
First
Yay.
panel.
Yes.
So yes, so you all awake for the day. It's brand new dawn. Everyone was able to sleep. There were no major dreams and or nightmares.
No shared dreams.
Not that anyone remembers.
Cole goes and makes some eggs bannock.
Y'all cool if I put the link to Allie's thing in the stream chat?
I was just gonna do
I am
that.
perfectly fine with that.
Go ahead.
Cool. There you go.
And there's
Those of you
Allie's
whose
actual
chats
channel.
don't block links. Yeah. Yeah, I link straight to the Tiltify.
I linked to Allie's channel.
Also good.
There it is.
Anyways.
Sorry, I was opening back up the journal recovery because I know one of the things you wanted to do today
Was
was
the last
work
entry,
on
yeah.
the last entry that was missing from your all's information.
Yup.
Excuse me.
It's very important that we know if this book is lying to us anymore. Because apparently this book lied to us.
Books can do that?
Apparently.
It
Can't
must be
believe everything
charmed
you
or
read.
something.
What a terrible fate. Horrible.
So
Research
because
has
I'm going to
betrayed
go
me.
ahead and assume that you're going to do that for the last missing one.
Yes.
If you want to use one of the pages.
I will indeed use one of the pages.
Yeah, so I have put it in. It's the entry before my dearest Elira.
Okay, so let's see here. The ancient rite speaks of the chosen's heart as a necessary component. Whether this refers to an actual person, an artifact, or some metaphorical power is unclear. What is certain, however, is that any attempt to weaken the fog must be performed at the heart of the island, its very source, and a soul linked to ages past but with a long future at a time when the stars align. Only then will the veil be vulnerable. Scribbled over. This isn't true. Okay.
Where are we looking at this
Yeah,
again?
where is this?
This is in the documents. So the little book
That
icon
help?
at the very top, it says journal recovery.
Okay, so I was looking at the
Oh,
right thing.
yep.
Just
It's at the
wasn't
very
sure
top.
where in it.
And I'm assuming Firedale just popped it for everybody as well.
Yes, you did.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
that was the second to last entry that we just got. So, and I'm assuming this entire paragraph is scribbled over.
Ah, this one. Okay.
Yes, it's
Okay.
pretty much the page, and it's got the big mark across it with the little wording, just like the others. So pretty much TLDR, the book has told you of a ritual, and then everything in it that talks about said thing has been scribbled over, as apparently the artist to be assumed decided that what was written shouldn't have been written or is incorrect in some way.
You mean author?
What did I say?
Artist.
Artist?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
I'm just like, the artist? Tilts
The
head.
artist
I
formerly
was
known
like,
as
maybe
Foxhole.
there are drawings in here we haven't seen yet. We don't know.
Sorry. No, that was a dragon brain toot. I apologize.
Okay.
The fact that the letter says that you have to follow the steps carefully, the ritual is described in full with precise detail, and every part of the ritual we have has been scribbled over. That seems problematic.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it definitely had some very specific clues in there as far as what this ritual would do.
Yeah, the letter also said that what appears to be, let me find that line exactly here. What seems to be an ending may be a binding. What seems salvation may be a dagger.
To be interpreted however the reader will.
Yep. The text speaks of destruction, things that are release. Yep.
So, as you're working on this page and everybody is waking up and going about their business, getting set up for the day, uh, Mistral, you
Hmm.
suddenly get an alarm ping from all of the preset uh,
Oh.
alarms and warning systems that you have
Uh-oh.
spelled into the tower here.
Uh-oh.
One of them sets off as detecting, uh, I believe it's celestial undead or something else. It's the detect
Hmm.
evil one.
Yeah, detected or evil.
Yeah, so it sets off for,
Celestial beings are undead, I believe.
yeah.
Something like that.
So you get a ping for that in your mind. You know, you hear the little ringing bell,
Do I
what have
do I
you.
have the location of the ping?
You did have, it was by the front door, but then it's gone.
Um,
Okay.
okay. Just question. If you notice where my character is at the moment, I
Oh, I
randomly
need to.
decided I was gonna hang out in the wagon. Do I see anything?
Okay, give me just a moment.
Yeah, he decided to sleep in the stable. The rest of us had a slumber party in the meditation room.
Snuggling Iris.
Oh yeah, I did find your missing Iris. Remember how we had to get Iris back? For some
Yes.
reason, she was out on the front lawn,
Mhm.
just kind of sitting there. Cole,
Yes.
you setting out? You don't see anything super unusual other than a bird fly, kind of cross the threshold and everything. That seems kind of weird because you normally don't get a lot of birds that fly really close to the tower, as more than one has been caught up in the winglet areas where they like to try and fly into the
Did
Hmm.
did it fly
meditation
Meditation
room.
inside
room.
the door?
No,
Like, did it just
it flew by the door.
flew by the
Most
door?
of the birds tend to avoid it way up here because, it's very windy, weathery, big tall tower. So seeing a bird is a little unusual.
Is it Allie's
Hello,
birds?
birdie.
Celestial ping, anything? I'm assuming I sent that as a message to Cole.
There's a bird down here.
Is it still there?
Is it still there?
Nope, it flew off.
I tried to say hi to it, but it
Very suspicious.
flew away.
Well, it's celestial, so
Celestial, fiend,
What's-
or undead.
yeah, one of those things.
Dang it, now you have me second guessing myself. Now I have to go look.
I think that's right, but I don't have the spell in front of me.
Because it's a cover all spell. Aberration, celestial,
Aha.
elemental, fey, fiend, or undead.
So basically, just
I.e.,
not
anything not
human.
humanoid.
Yeah, not human.
I'm gonna step out here and take a look around, see if I can spot this bird again.
You don't see a bird, however,
Did that
kind
work?
of by the
There.
tree that you
Yes,
come out
perfect, Nana.
there, you see a small package. Well, I say small, but it's like a 2 foot package, a 2 foot box.
Okay. I poke the box.
You poke at the box.
All right, I pick it up.
You pick up the box. It's pretty hefty. Hold on. It weighs about 10 pounds, give or take.
Okay. Hey, Mistral, I got a box here.
Don't bring it inside.
Mistral? I don't have anything to speak to you like this.
Okay.
Mistral?
Well, I mean, we're in the top
are you
floor of the
there?
tower. Depending on how loud you're talking, am I hearing him
Minstrel?
murmur outside the tower?
Hello?
Yeah, you can hear him calling up.
I'll send
Lady
another message
Windows.
down. And like, hold on, we're in the meditation room. Don't bring that inside.
Oh, there you. Yeah, there's a package.
All right, I will
Sorry, you're breaking
descend
up. All he
down.
hears is bring inside.
No,
And it's a static
no,
thing. Nah.
no.
I'm totally joking. No, you get the message.
Hold on.
Big inside.
I think I have
okay.
an axe over here to open it with.
Yep. There is definitely a wood chopper's place outside for the firewood, for
I'd be
cooking.
following Mistral.
Check in with Ivy real quick. I don't know if they can understand me, but I'll be like, any change, and then just kind of hold my hands up like huh? Anything?
Yep, all of the little trees running around the shrubs seem to just be going about their daily business. Nothing really unusual.
My first thought was I got a ping. Is something going on in the chapel even? Because I'm like, because we still have that mystery number there, that dial.
Nope, it still reads 7, I believe.
Okay.
It was supposed to be 7, yes.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so I am at the base of the tower.
I have this axe, and you see me like cutting whatever banding is holding it closed.
Okay.
Should I detect magic on it first?
Yes.
It's just a package.
Are you
Well-
sure about that, Cole?
Well, obviously, no, I haven't opened it yet.
Let me detect magic on it first, please.
Fine. I hold it out.
I'll pull out the wand and detect magic on it.
All right.
Mistral is very intentionally
too.
not stepping outside of the tower, is in the doorway.
You know, this is just like peeking at your presents under the Christmas tree on Christmas Eve.
Better to be safe than sorry.
You
Is Christmas a
detect
thing?
magic from the illusion school.
There's magic! Illusion!
I poke the box again.
I'll look at Mistral.
The box is pocketed.
It's real. I touched it.
Okay, you said illusory magic?
Yes.
Question would have been to Erlen, but that's fine.
Yes,
Yes.
It would have been an
illusion.
in-character question.
Cole is like slowly starting to peel an edge open.
Be cautious of what's in
Cole?
it, then.
And he's staring right at you guys as he's doing it. Like,
Just
am I gonna get in trouble?
Bannock's gonna stick his head out the window and just look at him and be like,
Mistral is ready, has her hand out as though she's gonna cast a
Don't.
spell, but is not doing anything yet.
If no one stops him, I'm
Nope,
opening
she's
it.
not gonna stop him. She's just ready.
What is this?
Okay, you open the package, and inside is the rather nicely preserved and not smelling of blood at all head of a certain elderly gentleman that you all spoke to in Novo. Who was,
Okay, that's not
Oh.
creepy at all.
who was
Uh,
on
there's a head in here.
Pops.
Oh.
As you expose the head, the mouth starts moving kind of weirdly, almost as if
Okay,
it's more of
creepy,
an
creepy,
image
creepy,
than
creepy,
the
creepy.
actual mouth moving.
Knowing that she got illusory magic off of the ping,
Uh-huh.
can Mistral attempt to see through an illusion?
You certainly can. However, there's the only thing that seems to occur when you do so. This is something you would kind of recognize yourself being a spellcaster. Is that the illusion, even though it's not an illusion as per se, but the magic mouth spell.
Okay. So
So
Mistral will
what
approach
does
knowing
it
that.
say?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you open the package, and once you reveal the mouth, a magic mouth appears on the face there and says, "It seems that the fates have decided that what was it? It seems that the fates have intervened in the decisions that we've made. Uh, please don't interfere. It would be much appreciated, and you will live longer." And then the mouth disappears.
Do we
Creepy, creepy,
recognize the
creepy.
voice?
Not at all. It is not a voice that you can recall hearing, and it had a very kind of guttural sound to it,
Was it
in that it
speaking
was
in
very
common?
gravelly. It was.
Okay.
So, who did this head belong to?
And this is the old man that we spoke to. Which old man was this again?
Pops.
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 This
Pops.
is not the boy's dad, right?
Correct. No, this was the old man who was over the street urchins.
The boss.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh
Him.
dear.
His head appears to have been drained of blood, and seems to be in pretty, I would say, almost fresh, like freshly preserved or whatever have you. It looks like it's, as if he just died.
Well, Mistral will transcribe exactly what was said on a piece of parchment.
Okay.
Did you mark down exactly?
I didn't, but I will go back and rewatch the VOD and write it down later.
It seems that
I
the
was
fates
trying
have
to. Firedale
intervened
went too
with
fast.
with her decisions or something like that.
Yeah, fate has intervened with our decisions. Don't get involved, you'll live longer, was the gist.
Mhm. All for the gist of it. So, good morning.
I don't listen
Okay.
I was gonna
to
say,
dismembered heads. Thank you very
Bannock
much.
kind of pokes his head through the door, sees y'all looking at the head, and just kind of like, "Who's that?"
I'm just gonna hand him the parchment.
Hey, isn't this
Read
that
over it, and just can
guy
be like,
who
"Oh, okay, this is.
who
Oh boy, okay,
Wendy
oh
He
boy."
introduced
seemed to have kicked a
to?
hornet's nest.
Certainly.
And
People are
unfortunately,
mad.
our friend from our lower city diversion seems to have paid the price. No gesture at the head.
I'll nod and be like, well, should we? You kind of like, he's kind of like motioning with his hands, like he's trying to be like,
Yeah, pull everyone back in the tower.
yeah.
Should we bury
Eh,
his
Is
head?
it still preserved? Is it still in good condition, or has it started deteriorating now that the magic mouth is gone?
It's in a condition that you would imagine that like rigor mortis has set in and already passed, is in, you know, a day or so, with any
as
medical
yeah,
knowledge of
as it
in your all's travels how someone would look after, you know, a very, it's not been long since they died type deal.
yeah, and as Erilyn says something about burial, Bannock just points straight at her and is like, doesn't even make a sound, just like he's like indicating that's what he was really trying to say.
Should we give him a burial even though it's just his head? This feels really weird and I don't like it.
Let's
The neck
perhaps.
is cauterized.
Okay. So there's no blood flowing from it.
Correct.
No.
It's been drained and
He's been drained
cauterized.
of blood.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very
This is
ashy
really
looking
creepy.
skin.
This looks like possibly
He
the
says as he's
beginnings
like,
of funeral mortuary rites anyway.
Embalming.
Yeah.
Since when does embalming include decapitating a head?
Well, and because of where the head injury is, it's possible he was killed and then the head was separated after.
I put the head down on the altar.
Can't rule that
But
out.
yeah.
However, let's head back inside. Let's discuss this inside.
Oh, I was muted.
Are we taking
I-
him inside?
I come inside and put the head down on the altar.
Hallowed
Okay.
ground.
Okay.
Good
I'm gonna
thinking,
pick
Cole.
up
No undead
Iris.
today.
I'm gonna pick up Iris and I'm going to
May
throw
you
her
rest
back
in
in her
peace.
cage.
You gonna protect your iris?
Yes. Iris is in the cage and now I'm coming back.
No, he can't come back as a zombie in there. It's hallowed ground.
Yep.
Yep, hallowed ground. Hallowed ground.
Hallowed ground, yes.
So, time to travel?
Mistral, I think this needs to go in the letter to Elspeth.
We can't send her a letter, remember? We can only read her letters.
Right.
That's what the sending stone was going to be for?
Did you go
Right,
outside,
right.
Erilyn? I wasn't looking
Yes.
at the map when I was looking at stuff.
Yes, I was outside with them. Because I can
Okay,
detect
so-
magic.
Bannock did not, I believe.
Yeah, you're right.
no,
You
he was
went out to
inside.
detect
He's
magic.
been inside the whole freaking
Yeah,
time.
Bannock and Adeline stayed inside. The other
So,
three did
Erilyn,
eventually come out.
Oh, does Erilyn see something?
very visible in the air for you. You saw a small glowing orb
Where?
of some fashion that
Oh,
was
this
about
head is very
10
interesting.
feet out from the door
Okay.
and everything else. So that is what you saw.
So,
Erilyn, do
right
you want a
about
closer
here?
look at this head?
Yeah, like 10 feet out and 10 feet up. Yeah. Just kind of floating there in the air.
So I'm probably
So,
bringing the head back at this point to put on the altar.
Yeah.
So, Mistral, there's an orb.
Okay, Mistral's
Mhm.
going to immediately cast message instead of saying anything verbally to cut you off. Because she knows what that is if you describe it. So I'm going to assume that you described it and then she cuts you off. Okay?
Well, I
And
would have
she's
said
gonna-
there's an orb.
An
An
orb that nobody
orb?
else could see,
Yep,
or
a luminous orb
Where?
that's about the size of a balled up fist.
Are you calling the head an orb?
yeah.
No,
So
cool.
when you said that, and
There's a glowing orb.
there's a glowing orb, and Cole can't see it, and you can.
Correct.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I
Mistral
don't
would
see
send
it.
a message to both of you then,
Mhm.
and says, "Say nothing. That means we're being watched. Come back inside."
Nothing.
I'll just nod.
As
I'll
Cole
smack Cole on the arm as he walks by.
As Cole follows instructions to the letter.
I put the head on the altar.
Okay,
I have
there we go.
done
So
my
retcon
that.
completed.
best.
Can I whisper into Mistral's ear? Can I
I'm assuming part of our tower
Dis-
defenses is against scrying.
Yep.
Yeah.
could I dispel magic on it?
Oh, it's a scry ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's someone trying to spy on us.
That's a
Check,
totally
check
I'm
good
gonna
way to
check
say
out
whisper-
that,
this
too.
guy's never played League.
Huh?
So I'm gonna whisper into Mistral's ear, dispel magic on it.
Only if we want to give the game away.
So pretend it's not here.
What game? And
That
why
spell
are we
doesn't last
whispering?
forever. It should go at some point. It's typically only about an hour. If it stays for longer than that, then yes, we'll dispel it.
Okay, so let's get ready to head out then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic.
Sure.
Okay.
Wouldn't mine still be up? It's a 10-minute
Probably.
spell.
Uh-huh.
I just want to know where it is.
He just wants to know where the orb is.
Ah. Okay. So Cole, you spend 10 minutes to prepare to cast detect magic, and you cast it. You peek outside to try and see if you can locate it, and you cannot locate it.
I think
Do I
it's
still
gone.
see it looking out the door?
No,
I think it's gone, everyone.
not after 10 minutes.
Am I only seeing it because of the detect magic?
No, you were
No,
seeing it
it's
because
just gone now.
you could see it.
Been used up,
Oh,
essentially.
Okay.
The
No,
spell
he's talking about
thing.
my true sight.
Right. You could see it because of your true sight, but you
That's
can't
what I
anymore
figured it was, yes. But it
because-
just so happens that the orb is gone now.
Yes.
Okay.
The duration of the spell has ended.
I see
So what do we do with our
orbs
friend's
or
Knowing
magic?
what you know of scrying, it's 10 minutes and not an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what do we do with our friend's head?
Well,
Well,
I
put it
think
on the altar.
I think Cole has the right idea here. As long as it's in the ground, it can't come back in a
Right
So
now,
we
it's on
just-
the altar.
in a wrong manner.
So we just leave his dead head?
No,
In-
we can either attempt to preserve it further.
That just
I
sounds
think
creepy.
it's pretty well preserved already.
Is there a way that we can bury
We can put a little
it?
plot in the hallowed ground, yes. If you would like to bury it.
I'm imagining y'all getting a big plant pot, putting some dirt in it, and burying the head, and just growing a plant there now in the little area.
It's the
I could
druid
get
way.
a blood shrub. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't have blood, does he?
No.
Dang it. A head shrub.
You can
No,
get a
hey.
new head shrub.
Hey, shrub, Ivy, can you oversee the burial of this head, please? Thank you.
I don't know if that would feel right to me being a cleric.
The shrubs start preparing to
It's a
to
natural
plant
progression
ahead.
of life. The dead feeds the ground for new life. The goal is to make sure that the dead feed the ground for new life and don't come back as undead.
I think all 4 of the shrubs that are out here on the ground floor would start preparing it.
Yep, they would start digging a hole. Yeah, they go about preparing to
Okay.
plant ahead.
We needed to send the sending stone on with a courier to Elsbeth, correct? So
Yep,
it
that was
hasn't
one of
happened
the
yet?
things that y'all discussed.
correct.
Was leaving it at
Now,
What
here's a
would be the post
question.
office?
Mhm.
I have a question first. Before we continue with the burial completely, what if that burial is now the item for them to scry on us?
We're,
But
we're
then we're leaving
protected
it
from
here.
scrying within the tower.
Okay. Um, should I send out a message to Elspeth asking her to have a courier meet us in Farrington for the sending stone?
Possibly. I'm also concerned that we may have an information leak.
But it would be to Elspeth.
Correct. So you may also want to tack onto that message. Information leak. Be wary.
Yeah.
Dismembered head,
How
information leak,
Yeah.
be wary.
received severed head this morning.
Received
Information.
Pop's head. Information leak. Be wary.
Need
Yeah.
courier in Farrington.
Received information this morning. Pop's head. Or Pop's worry. Behead.
Pop's head
Mhm.
popped off.
Mm,
Yeah.
Trying
how
to use
many
as few words as
words-
possible because message is not
Yep.
very many words.
Elsbeth
25.
receives
No,
this message.
it's sending.
Who is
Or
Pops?
sending. Yeah, sending is not that many words.
I need to figure out how to.
Pops was the name of the gentleman that y'all spoke
No,
to.
we know that, but Elsbeth, does Elsbeth
Oh.
Did
know
we
who
Yeah.
not?
Pops is?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sending
Then,
is 25 words, banana.
Yeah.
It doesn't say that in the
It
thing.
should be in the spell.
It should only be 25.
Give me a minute.
Hold on, we have to send the
It
message
doesn't
to
show.
Elspeth.
Oh, 25 words. Okay.
Yeah, he can also.
25 words or less, yeah.
Yeah, Bannock can also.
The first word is just that lasts for the entire duration of the spell.
Yeah, you send a short message of 25 words or fewer. It's the
I
first
was
part of the
looking
spell
for,
description.
Like 25, not 25.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, it shows it right there on the thing that you posted.
give me a
20,
second.
25. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking for the literal number, like the numbers 25.
Oh, well, no, yours has the words 25, the legacy version. The new
Yeah.
version actually has the numbers 25. Y'all are on the same plane. So are you going to send a message?
I'm trying to work it out right now.
Okay.
Working out her words.
Yep. Yep. You guys go ahead while I try to figure out my words.
I see that they have taken care of your constant messaging their fire with that last thing from previous campaign.
Yeah.
You can hit
They
snooze.
can block you as a spam caller for 8 hours.
Ah,
No fun.
That's so funny.
and you learn
So
that you were
we're-
blocked.
Yep.
So where are you wanting to set up this this barrel place? Because the main place that's hallowed is in the little
Right. We were
area there.
basically exactly what was
think
jokingly said.
probably-
We have a big plant pot and we're burying the head in it in the hallowed ground for the moment.
Okay.
And then gonna pull it out
Is
after.
that actually what we're doing? I was
Yeah, I
thinking
was
of
actually
burying
gonna
in
leave it in the
yard.
chapel for the moment. I didn't want to put it in the yard.
All right, then yeah, I'm sure I have plenty of plant pots around.
Okay. So yes, so the shrubs go and grab a plant pot from the little from the let's go
Yep.
item storage area up near where the little garden is for flowers and stuff, and bring a pot down, fill it with dirt from outside, and plant a head.
Okay.
Yeah, we can
Checking
relocate him
before-
later, but I didn't want to make it leave the hallowed space at this early stage.
Alrighty, I'll say banana.
Okay, so how does this sound? Morning, Elsbeth. Please send courier to Firmington for sending stones. Received severed head with warning. Head of street urchins. Possible information leak. Please be careful.
I think Morning Elsbeth doesn't necessarily need to be there. She'll know that you're addressing her because she'll recognize your voice. So if you needed 2 more words for something,
Okay, so instead of severed head with warning, it's the head of the street urchins. Possible information leak. Please be careful.
Alrighty.
Is that good?
I also don't know that I
Yeah.
would call that a warning. I feel like I would call that a threat, but tomato, tomato.
Okay, I'll change it to threat then. So is
Yep.
that good?
Yeah.
Please send courier to Farmington for sending stones. Receive sever head with a threat. It's the head of the street urchins. Possible information leak. Please be careful.
Yeah, the only other thing I would change would be sending stone be a singular because we're only going to give her one because we need to keep the other one so that we can send to the other
Okay.
one.
For sending stone.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to step aside and then send the message to Elsbeth.
Hmm.
Please send courier to Farmington for sending stone. Received severed head with threat. It's the head of the street urchins. Possible information leak. Please be careful.
Oh no, thank you for the info. We'll keep everything in mind. Stay safe.
Okay.
Okay.
Ish.
I literally pulled up a Google Doc to figure out the amount of words.
Valid, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna go tick that off now because I was too focused on trying to make sure.
Let's go.
There.
All right, last call. Anything else we need here before we set out to Farrington?
We're taking an
Not that I can
uncovered or
think of.
covered wagon to Farrington.
No reason not to take a covered wagon. We don't never know when the weather will turn.
Covered it is.
Cole, did you prepare a lot of food for us?
Of course. I made some mini quiches and some sandwiches. Some pudding.
Lots of egg salad sandwiches.
Yes, egg salad.
Did you make those biscuits
there
that I
anything-
love?
Of course I did.
My brain totally did not just go to Cheddar Bay biscuits.
I even infused them with cheese this time.
I see you,
Okay.
Firedale.
You see me?
I see you.
The severed head. Yes, I know. I've seen it too.
Oh, I did that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
I did that,
Okay,
yeah.
Meteor added
It
it.
was me.
It's funny.
Okay,
Alright,
Cole.
Yes.
Go ahead. I heard go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
Cole,
Yes.
you
I
hop
go
in
snuggle Ivy
the back of the covered wagon
or
and
Iris.
just kind of nonchalantly sitting there, you see a rather ugly looking tiny creature.
Oh my gosh, you're adorable. I want to befriend you.
Is there a way to click to
I cast speak
enlarge
with
to see?
animals.
Now you actually have to zoom in. I thought there was a way if you can control it, but it doesn't look like I can as the DM either. So
That looks creepy.
Yeah, we don't have a zoom shortcut anymore.
I know what that thing is, Firedale.
Oh my. Okay.
Fill me in, please. I don't know what it is.
Oh my.
It's a chicken.
Some sort of a demonic chicken?
Out of context, it's an abyssal chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, I screenshotted it with it fully zoomed in, and I just put it in the Discord.
Yeah, I cast speak with animals because Cole doesn't know what it is.
Here we go. I'll make it easier for everybody. There you go.
Perfect. Thank you, Firedale. Completely horrifying.
I definitely looked at doing an abyssal chicken thing for my campaign when we did it. I love the look of these guys.
Yeah, the younglings actually fought some.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah, they
we
did.
sure did. Sure did.
Yeah, so it is
I
just
know.
kind of nonchalantly there, walking around in circles. It walks up to you.
Hello, little guy. What you doing in here?
Yeah, that is disturbing.
Yep. The
Ain't it
creature of
though?
the abyss.
Yeah. It does not seem to talk with you.
I grab a piece of meat, like extra leftover meat from the sandwiches, and hold it out to it. Here you
It
go.
snaps, barely missing your fingers, and noms the meat.
Oh, such a good boy. I try to pet it. Such a good boy.
Just a moment.
I love how we're not even aware of any of this happening.
Meteor, I'm hoping that this is just in-game Cole knowledge, and that you personally have just not had to experience ever trying to reach for something while it is eating.
Does an 18 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Take 5 piercing damage.
Saw that one coming.
Ow. Rude. No.
Cole, who are you
No.
talking to?
My new friend. Oh, sorry. My new friend. Don't want to scare him. I'm just gonna
look at Mistral kind of concerned.
I'm just gonna kind of get in a kind of meditation like pose and just sit there still next to it. Just
Weirdly enough, it snuggles up to your side.
yeah, that's right.
It's
Now
decided that you're tasty.
I cautiously try to put my hand on its head and just kind of rub it.
It feels very fleshy.
Oh, you're such a good little boy. I'm gonna call you Geoffrey. Do I need to roll like an animal handling check or something?
You can attempt to.
All right.
Out of character, isn't Geoffrey the name of the thing that you tried to shove into the bag?
Is it? I can come up with something. It didn't.
The sign, the
Didn't
mimic.
display.
The ooze, yeah.
Well,
I think you named that Geoffrey too.
It didn't display, but I rolled a 17 plus 7 for 24.
Okay.
I'm not sure why it didn't.
Do you have, if you go to the log, if you hit the log button, what does it say for your rolling preferences at the top? Your send to.
Where is the log?
It's the little the cube.
All the technical difficulties.
Game log.
Poor
Sent
Nihon was also
to
having
everyone.
trouble with the reactors.
Okay. Then it should be working. Is your Beyond 20 not on?
I'm not sure.
Nope. I know what you've rolled. You have attempted to appease the creature. I mean, it's doing what it's doing.
Oh, such a nice boy. Oh, I have a great idea. Hold on. I'm going to reach into my bag, my hat of vermin, and pull out a rat and give it to him to eat.
The rat squeaks, and the chicken chases it around until it finally catches it, and you have once again fed the whatever you want to call it.
All right.
Abyssal
So if
chicken.
not Geoffrey, then
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Okay. Good
Yeah,
Jeffrey.
its
And I'm gonna
skin
kind
is
of rub its
very
head
leathery
and try to
feeling
like.
and very fleshy.
I'm gonna like scratch its head and then like try to like rub its belly. Yes, that's a good boy.
Does
Ow!
a 23 hit?
Rude,
Yes.
Jeffrey. No biting me.
Take 5 piercing damage. So y'all hear Cole outside as y'all are getting ready to go, and he's talking to himself and talking about his new friend, and
You're coming
various
with us.
ouches coming out.
Every so often he's saying ow, so I'm like,
You're coming with us. Everybody, are you ready to go yet? We have a
I'll
new
take
traveling buddy.
Neon stepped away, but I'm assuming that he and Adeline are right behind us since we're getting ready to depart. So
I'm
Yeah.
assuming I could see it from here.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's
just
a
got
covered
back.
wagon,
Yep.
but it's not a super protected from the front or the back.
Look at my
I
new
will look at
friend.
Mistral and be like, "What is that?"
Is it like
Do-
cuddling up on me again?
do I recognize it, Meteor?
I don't know. Do you?
What? Or Fire Dow, excuse me. We knew it was going to happen eventually. What do you want me to roll?
One moment. Arcana or religion, your choice.
Same bonus. Okay. Nope. 7.
Can I roll?
If you so choose. If you have
Eh.
Arcana or religion as a
You should have
known
religion.
skill,
What
if it's
does?
one of your focus skills,
It's not proficient.
then no. It's not something you would have ever heard about.
It's
You
alright,
can
everybody.
tell, though,
He's a
Mistral,
little
that it is
nippy, but
definitely not normal or of this world.
he's a little nippy, but he's pretty sweet.
Yeah, sounds
Actually,
sweet
I
from
haven't
him.
used my heroic inspiration yet, and it's sitting there.
Uh-huh.
Can I go ahead and use that to reroll?
You certainly can.
I probably
Oh,
will still
nice.
fail, but still. 6. Yep. Okay, get the bad rolls out.
I don't remember. Does that allow you to roll with advantage? Or is it just a reroll?
Well, for heroic inspiration, it says you can expend it to reroll any die immediately. After rolling it, you must use the new roll.
Okay.
So it is a reroll.
Can I attempt to tame this thing?
That's what your animal handling was for, I assume, is what you were trying to do.
Yeah, essentially. Like, is it tamed at this point then? Have I befriended this chicken?
I mean, it only bites you whenever you touch it. That's all I can really tell you.
Okay.
I'm surprised I don't have a higher in religion, considering the fact I'm a cleric.
Yeah.
Depends
on
on what your
your
primary stat
abilities.
is.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
intelligence
Because religion's
check,
an intelligence score. It's not a wisdom score.
Okay.
which seems odd, but
Yep, intelligence is knowledges.
Yeah,
The clerics have
intelligence
high
is recall. Wisdom is emotional intelligence and just perceiving.
I'm going to take out my marvelous pigments
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to paint up like kind of like a dog bed type of thing.
You gonna make it a bed in the cart?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Love how Cole's just assuming that we'll be fine with it coming with us.
Yep.
course,
so
it's
you
adorable.
He's just
Why
making
wouldn't
all
you
these
be?
decisions immediately.
You paint up
There you go.
a semblance of an animal bed in the back of the cart here.
There you go.
Which
right
is gonna
there.
call for Bannock and Adeline.
Yes. Yes.
Adeline comes along.
I'll whisper in Mistral's ear, do we need a cage?
Oh,
Possibly.
you can sit right here next to me.
For Cole.
Mistral has the cage in her bag
The
that we were
broken one.
playing with. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys getting in here or not? It's time to go.
That thing's scary, Cole.
Oh,
And
he's
y'all
fine.
do have horses. There's just none on the map.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I want to get near that thing.
Look, he's sitting right next to me, snuggling up on me.
Mistral's gonna gingerly walk up, set the cage down next to Cole, press the button, and step away to open it.
Are you trapping me in a cage?
No?
No, we're trying to get it in a cage.
I'm
Yep.
curious as to if it will go in.
Yep, the top pops off of the cage.
I want to see what it will do.
And it's still sitting there next to him.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want the icky cage, right? Yes, sir. Oh, his name's Geoffrey, by the way.
You've named it?
Of
Mistral's
course.
gonna ask Adeline and Bannock if
Why?
they know what that is. What is that?
Does
I'll
a 19 hit you, Cole?
Yes. Ow!
It's Arcana or Religion. You said we have to be proficient to run the check,
Yes.
Fairdale, or was that okay?
I'll do.
Well, then I
I'll
wasn't
do
proficient
Arcana.
either. So
Take
I'll do
5 piercing
Arcana.
damage, Cole.
Bad Geoffrey.
I will do Arcana check then.
Alrighty.
Why'd you bite me?
It's not something that you've seen normally of this world.
I'm gonna cast a healing word on myself.
Okay.
and Mistral would probably be like, Cole, if it's gonna keep biting you, then I don't think it can ride with us.
Oh, he's
Because-
fine. I heal 8. Why is this not?
We don't want it attacking us as we're traveling.
I hit this because I know what it is. My character doesn't.
Yeah, I know. We all know what it
Maybe you need to refresh your Beyond 20 meteor.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Out of curiosity, did you open Roll20 or D&D first?
D&D Beyond.
You're cutting out,
you
Lily.
have to. You need to open Roll20 first. So reopen D&D Beyond.
Also, Lily, you're cutting out.
Yeah, I
somewhat.
heard you. I'm leaving and rejoining. Banana, give me a minute.
Okay.
I wanted to get that out before it dropped.
Hey, now it's working.
Yep.
Hey, it came through.
Alright.
Yeah, that's. I've noticed that if I don't load Roll20 first, D&D Beyond doesn't actually load
How weird.
the Roll20.
For me, it's just habit to open Roll20 first.
Yeah, I always have to open Roll20 first, or Beyond 20 won't link up.
So I apologize. Their Bannock. You know, it's not of normalcy. It is not a normal creature. It's not a normal beastie.
Hello.
Is
Hello?
anyone
Hi,
getting in the
Nihon.
cart?
Not with that thing there.
Nope.
Nope.
Come on, guys. It's just a little chicken thing.
And it bit you how many times now?
3, but 2 of them were provoked.
I'm
Which
not
means
one
getting
of
in
them
the cart
wasn't.
with.
I tried to rub its
Or-
belly. He didn't like it.
Such interesting.
Are we certain that this is not somebody's familiar?
We did get that ping earlier. Is this? Are we sure this isn't what the ping was?
No,
Oh.
nobody's sure what the ping was. Nobody had eyes on the ping at the time of the ping.
It's not from here. How did it get here?
It's creepy looking.
Definitely.
Mistral is going to speak to it in every language she knows,
Well,
which is going to be Common,
Hang on.
Elvish, Infernal, and Primordial.
can you do that sending thing to it?
I am not wasting a sending on a
Okay, so you're speaking to it in
mutilated
what?
chicken.
I'll speak to
But-
it in Elvish, Infernal, and Primordial.
So
Okay.
one thing about the sending spell, if it has an intelligence of 1 or higher, it will understand you.
But I don't want to
And
waste
possibly
a
be able
sending
to-
on a
Yes,
mutilated
but
chicken.
it's a 3rd level spell, and the stone we have is for Elsbeth.
Right. Okay.
It's
Yeah,
an
3rd level.
expensive
That's a bit.
spell.
Can I yell at it in Abyssal?
You can.
Yeah, that's why I was trying all my languages, because
Okay.
we don't know what it's from
What
yet,
are
so
you
I'm
gonna yell
ruling
at it?
out my languages.
Halt. Just a quick command. See if it
Okay.
picks up on it.
It stiffens up.
Ah. Sit.
It
That's it.
sits down.
Interesting. Now
What language is that, Bannock?
that's Abyssal. So this is some
Oh,
sort of
What? Do you
demon.
like him better than me? Roll over.
Cole sounds jealous.
Of course he is. It's
Beg.
his friend.
Lay
Does
down.
the 10 hit you?
No.
Yeah,
Alright.
it snaps at you.
I hit him with an unarmed strike.
Okay, roll to hit.
26.
Roll damage.
5. No.
Alrighty.
No biting me.
It has a humongous bruise on the top of its head now.
Can I also like kind of use that as like an intimidation type thing?
You can. Roll initiative, Cole.
Oh, roll initiative. Aw. 8.
Are we
Does a
now
19
going
hit you, Cole?
into...
We're in combat with the chicken, yes.
It
Oh.
does.
Or he is.
I just needed to see who activated first, him or it. Does a 19 hit you, Cole?
It does.
Take 4 damage.
Alright.
Cole, stop fighting with it!
Mistral's gonna turn to Bannock. Can you tell it to get in the cage?
Yeah. I'm just gonna yell out a really simple command.
Then
in
it
Abyssal.
cowers down as you intimidate it.
Cowers down as I intimidate it. Stop it. Stop it now.
So I'm
Bad
just going
Geoffrey.
I'm just going to yell at the creature. Cage, please.
Okay.
If it does anything.
It does not seem to follow that command.
How do you say sit in Abyssal?
Nope. I'll yell sit again in Abyssal.
I'll
It
try to
sits.
mimic it.
Yep.
Clap spore.
What did you just say?
Trying to say sit in Abyssal without knowing
Uh,
Abyssal. Trying to mimic what
I
he said.
was gonna say I kind of walk a little bit closer to the cart. I don't want to get too far, but I just kind of point at the cage, and I say in Abyssal.
Yeah.
It moves away from Cole towards the front of the cart here.
Nope. Okay. Not to the cage.
Thorn whip.
You
Are
trying
you
to
gonna
kill
thorn
it?
whip it?
Oh,
Yep.
Cole can't have his pet. Nobody can.
Roll damage.
7. And I pull
Cole.
him towards me.
You pull
How
a
much
corpse of
HP do
whatever
they
this
have?
thing is towards you.
Oh,
You
it's
killed
dead.
it.
Oh, that killed it. Oops.
Dun, dun,
Are you sure?
dun. Yeah.
I only did
You
12
just
damage to it.
kind of hear off in the
Oh, it
distance.
has. It's
you just
10, not.
hear.
You thought it was stronger than it is?
Right,
I thought it. I was looking at its AC, which was 13, but
Ah.
You just hear the sound of slow.
not that I was using
applause.
that info, but
Slow, sarcastic applause.
Oh,
no,
you've gotten a slow clap
Geoffrey,
from Bannock.
Geoffrey, why'd you have to die so young?
Cole, you killed it!
He started it.
No, you did. Mistral, what would happen if we brought that thing into the chapel?
Let's not.
Would it go up in flames?
I would get so many alarm spell pings in my head the entire time it was in there. Let's not.
I'm gonna pick up its carcass and put it in to my bag of holding.
Hold on,
Alright.
hold on. So you pull its corpse towards you, and it suddenly disappears.
Oh, I was gonna eat that.
Mutilated chicken.
I-
Sounds delicious.
I don't know. It looked pretty leathery, Cole. I think that might have been kind of tough to eat.
I was gonna make jerky.
I think it's already jerky.
All right, I will
Definitely a
retrieve the cage and put it back in my bag.
You
I'm-
reactivate it, you reattach the top to the cage, and put it back.
I'm gonna cast another healing word.
Okay.
7.
I'm gonna walk to the cart and look in. I don't see it, do I?
No, you do not see it.
Okay.
I'm investigating around the cart.
Oh boy.
All right, let's go. I'm getting bored.
How are the
Notice
horses
anything
during
out
all
of
of
sorts
this?
around the cart?
How are the horses doing during all of this? They had a carnivorous chicken approaching them a moment ago. Were they freaked out at all?
They don't seem to have reacted in any way.
Okay.
So it's possible either they didn't notice or they noticed and didn't react to it. So it's hard to tell without asking them.
Okay. Well, let's go. We need to make our way to Farrington.
Alrighty. So now that it's gone, everybody is all gung ho about getting in and starting on your travels.
Yep.
So
I
everybody
hop into
hops
the
in.
back of the cart.
Yep.
You guys are so
Are you actually
untrusting
getting
with
in?
chickens.
I am in the back of the cart,
Okay.
Yep.
and I would have asked Ivy to take
I'll
care
be
of
towards the
Iris.
front.
I'll drive.
And now I gotta pan all the way down again. There we go.
Sorry for the zoom. Do. I have to make a slight change on a different map here. There we go.
I just
Okay,
wanted
so
to
you
have
hop
as a
in the
pet
cart and
fire
start
drill.
your travels.
I wanted to travel around with an abyssal chicken at my side.
There's still time, and we can get one that's better behaved.
So
My
you start.
OBS
was a bit
is not
rowdy, wasn't he?
changing.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna miss him.
So you start heading down the mountain, following the rather old road that doesn't really see a lot of use since most of your travel you tend to bounce around from place to place using the circles that you do have. Not often that you set out for long trips without starting somewhere else. So the path is a little overgrown, but not bad. You've traveled down here recently, so it's travelable. There's no real major issue as far as getting the cart through. You at least keep the road clear enough for that.
Mm-hmm.
So traveling down, y'all start to head down the mountain, and about an hour between here and Stormville, just kind of in the middle of the road, you see two knights sitting atop two horses, and what could best be described as a very small gnome kind of standing in the road, uh, blocking your path.
Okay.
And they seem
And
to
flippantastic.
not be uh, moving from where they are. Uh, Erlen,
Yes.
above this group of people, you see what appears to be a floating, glowing orb about the size of your fist.
I'll whisper to Mistral, floating glowing orb again.
Well, something is of interest here. Are they watching us or are they watching Rhodes?
They appear to be looking in your direction.
Okay.
A beautiful day
This
out.
is near a campsite that's kind of along the path, between the two places, your tower and down towards Stormvale. Again, it's about
I'm
an
going
hour out from your tower.
I'm going to ask Erlen to kind of subtly point out where the orb is exactly. And I'm going to very nonchalantly cast Prestidigitation.
Okay.
So
And
how
I'm
far above their heads is it?
It's about 10 feet up
okay.
off the ground.
So I'll
And
just whisper in her ear 10 feet up above their heads.
Okay.
the gnome kind of waves at you all and beckons you towards the.
I am
What you want?
going to cast a shower of sparks in front of approximately where she said the orb was,
Uh huh.
in the direction of the gnome and the knights. Like, if the orb was facing or looking in a particular direction, if it was looking at them, that's where the sparks are. It's between them.
Okay. You just making sparks in the air. What
Yeah,
is your
just
intention with this?
harmless little sparks
To signal where it is.
to indicate
So,
where it is, but also to obstruct it just temporarily a little bit. So
okay.
whoever's
Yeah, that's
looking
what I was
through
trying
it,
to
they'll see the
figure out.
sparks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to create a very brief disruption.
Alrighty. Do me a favor, and if you can, roll a magic spell range spell attack. I
Okay.
don't know if you can roll
Yeah,
that number.
I have a spell attack thing I can press.
Yeah. So do that.
It's a
In the
it's
meantime,
a it's
I
a
am
D20
pulling the
plus
cart
9.
towards the dwarf fellow.
Alrighty. Thank you very
23.
much. So you put the sparks in the air. The knights seem to not react to it whatsoever. Uh, but you see the gnome suddenly run around in a little circle where it is. Uh, and then one of the knights shouts out a word that Cole is somewhat familiar with.
Ooh.
In Abyssal says sit, and Bannock would hear this. Cole
Ooh.
again has recent memory of this, and then the gnome kind of hunkers down and stops moving.
Abyssal gnome.
The knights
Okay.
yell sit.
Yeah.
Yes, one of the
That knight
knights
just spoke
yells.
abyssal.
Guys.
And they did not react to the sparks, but the gnome did.
Yes.
That seems troublesome.
I'm. Well, we probably don't have 10 minutes to sit around.
Sorry, you cut out there, Meteor. You got really quiet.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of casting detect magic, but that would take me 10 minutes.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
would like
ritual
to
casting.
I would like to
Abandon, thanks for
cast
calling.
message in the direction of the gnome.
Okay.
Be like, what is your intention here?
Do
Will it understand you though? Do you speak
So
That's
Abyssal?
the
you're casting
question.
message, right?
Specifically message, which is a little different.
Yeah, I'm looking it up real quick.
Here, I put it in the chat one day.
It does not seem to respond to you.
Okay, so
You hear
not
kind of a grumble, growly sound, but that's about it in the whisper.
okay. So it
Um,
did at least hear me. Okay.
can I attempt to see through
Sounds
an
much like
illusion?
the other thing that was in the carriage before.
The thing with Cole. Okay.
Can I attempt to see through an illusion?
You can. You can attempt to disbelieve.
What would I roll for that?
One moment.
It's gonna be an intelligence check for illusion, typically, unless he says otherwise.
Do.
Because seeing through disguised self is an intelligence check.
Mhm.
Um,
As it is what it is, if you wanted to check and see if it's an illusion, you would have to do more than see it.
you have to touch.
You would have
Now,
to
here's a
interact with it in some way,
question.
as it requires an investigation check.
With my true sight,
Okay.
do I see through illusions?
No, you don't have true sight. You have see invisible.
Oh.
Yeah, they're different.
Um. hmm.
So the gnome waves you over again.
I will attempt to
I
cast
start
message again.
slowly
to-
pulling the cart towards them.
While he's doing that, I'm going to message now one of the knights. I'll do
Okay.
the knight that spoke in Abyssal.
Alrighty.
Be like, what's the meaning of this? State your intent.
I mean, it whispers back, but you can't understand it.
I'm going to reach out, and I'm assuming because I'm up towards the front of the cart, so I'm probably near Cole.
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch Cole on the shoulder and tell him stop, something's wrong.
I stop.
They don't seem
I'm
to speak anything but whatever language that was used earlier, which Bannock said was Abyssal. It's like they seem to only speak Abyssal. Something is not right.
so I'm going to
Bandit.
cast.
Try and talk to them.
Hold on a sec. I'm gonna try and I'm going to cast tongues on Mistral so she can understand it.
That's a good idea.
Do you
And
want me to
now,
message again?
well, no, you can get Bannock to talk, so he can understand it.
Okay,
But it's so you can understand it.
appreciate that.
Okay, so you're gonna try the message again?
Well, Cole just asked Bannock to talk to them, so I don't know what Bannock is doing.
Okay. So Bannock,
Yes.
what are you doing?
I think in Abyssal I say hello. See if anyone says anything.
One of the knights speaks up when you say hello and says message in Abyssal.
Message.
Message? What's that mean?
I will cast message again, because sure. That seems like a directive, if anything.
What is your message?
I'll be like, state your message. I can hear you now.
It whispers back to your message saying, state your message. And it says in a very whispery, guttural, abyssal voice that you can now understand, message.
It only says message. Okay.
Bannock, ask it if it has a message. Please?
How far away
Um,
from us are they?
Because you pulled up, the front of your horses, I would say, is about 35 feet away.
35.
Trying to figure out what I want to say here. I'm thinking maybe I can say receive, and maybe if they have a message, they would give it to us, or are we supposed to give one to
I,
them? That's the
I
problem.
think they're. I don't know if they're trying to hand us a message, but if so, I would expect them to hold something out. Instead, they want us to approach them, which is weird.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
Once
try to
grab.
do the
again,
gnome again.
I'm
yeah,
gonna
once again, the
grab.
very tiny gnome kind of waves you towards it.
I'm gonna message the gnome again now, because that was the night.
I'm going to grab some ball bearings out of my bag
Uh-huh.
and scatter them towards them, and watch, like, as it hits the ground in front of us, as it hits them. That
Trying to break an illusion.
that way, if there is an illusion, I want to be able to see through it.
I'm gonna message the gnome and I'm gonna say, "What is your message?" While this is
There's
going
some
on to
more
cover distraction.
there's some more guttural growling in response to your question there.
Even through tongues?
Yes.
Okay, so tongues didn't work on that one.
It might not understand you though.
I'm going to speak in Infernal and
Mm-hmm.
repeat, "What is your message?"
Again, are you doing it towards the
The-
very small gnome?
Yes.
Okay. And again, there's very just kind of guttural
I think the
growling.
gnome is not a gnome.
Yeah,
I think it's
I think
I
something
think
being
an
the
animal.
gnome
controlled.
is an
A
abyssal
chicken.
beast.
Yeah, it might
Yeah.
even be a chicken. So
Yeah,
I
I
would
was
direct
more
it
trying to see
towards.
if there's a reaction to me speaking Infernal rather than actually get anything out of it.
So, did my ball bearings do anything to help me see through illusions of any kind?
You roll your ball bearings towards it. The gnome kind of hops over a few of them as they roll. The knights on the horses don't make any move, and the ball bearings seem to interact with the feet of the horses. Please give me an investigation check if you would.
All right. 14.
As far as you can tell, everything seems perfectly normal as it should be.
And the ball bearings don't like fall through the ground anywhere, as if like there's a pit trap.
No, not at all.
Okay. All right. I kind of whisper to the others, "Are we just gonna fight or what?"
We don't know what their purpose is yet.
No.
I don't know if this is a fight or if this is another warning or if it's something different. They want us to approach, and if we do that, I think we need to be on our guard.
I'm going to
Yes.
hop out of the cart, and I'm going to slowly walk towards them till I get about 20 feet away.
Okay, one moment.
While Cole is approaching, I'm gonna do another prestidigitation in front of the orb to obscure Cole.
And I'll do that.
All
Why is
should
there
be
a
good
bird?
now, right?
Why is there a raven? Or a couple ravens?
Don't worry about it.
They're birds.
Just birds flying
It's set
around.
dressing. Don't worry about it.
I thought they were actual tokens.
They might be, but we don't know that yet.
Okay, so now you should be able to interact and move yourself as you see.
Alright, so
Where's the gnome?
Very hard to see, but right there.
He's
right
right here,
there.
the
Oh.
little bitty one.
Yeah, very small
I
gnome.
think
Alright,
I
so
think
till
you
I'm
gotta
probably
start
about
putting
right
red
here.
circles around
Okay.
them.
Yeah, like I used to.
Yeah, so
Any reaction from them?
no, the knights are still kind of sitting on their horses, very, excuse me, very stoically. You can see that their eyes are watching you, their heads are turning towards you. The gnome is kind of turning its whole body towards you as opposed to just its head, but it is looking at you.
Is
Alright.
is the gnome's attention pulled at all when I do another set of sparks in front of the orb?
No, the gnome's attention is currently on Cole.
Okay.
I am going to continue forward, and I'm going to hold my action for if they attack to cast Thorn Whip.
Okay. So you said you're going to continue forward.
Yep.
So where are you going to move to? Okay, you move about right there, and then the gnome holds up its hands, and it seems to have some sort of sphere in its hands.
A sphere, huh?
Yep. And from said sphere, kind of floating in the air right in front of the gnome, immediately in front of it. One moment. Doop. Gotta get this. This appears.
Oh, lovely.
What the heck are you?
I'm gonna call the rest of the party forward while they're doing that. Be like, come on.
So
Something's happening here.
So kind of in front of it, you see this creature, but it's kind of floating in the air just a tiny bit, and it's medium-sized humanoid. It's pretty much standing over top of the gnome, as if the gnome isn't even there. Are your sparks still going on?
They were only brief to do the approach. I
Okay.
stopped them after that.
Vanek, you should
Okay.
move your token where you want it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was just to see if the attention from the gnome was coming from seeing through the orb or something else.
When y'all move your tokens, are the tree limbs and everything disappearing?
No.
No,
No.
that's okay.
Aw.
It's okay. I'm hiding behind the tree.
That's cool.
Yeah,
though,
Adeline's
that
in
you
the
can
tree.
go
I see
underneath
that.
them. That's really cool.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay. Just a moment. I can remove that to make it go away.
I just watched all of the trees shift.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was weird.
Yeah, they were slightly offset to make the shadows and everything look proper.
Okay.
That's cool.
It's supposed to disappear when
so
y'all move.
where is this
Yeah, it
thing?
said
Like
no.
right here?
He said
Yeah.
right on top
He,
of the
this is the gnome,
gnome.
and he's pretty much right on top of. He's right in
on top
front
of
and
it?
kind of overlaying the gnome a bit,
I'm gonna step
coming
here.
off the spear.
Let me see if I can do this. Let's see if this works.
You may want to back up, Cole.
I'll whisper to Bannock.
Nope,
Maybe
that
the
didn't work.
message is from that thing?
Probably.
I would not get near it.
Mm-mm.
I was trying to paste the image in, but it would not let
I
me.
would not get near it.
Yeah, I saw it. Just put another horse in.
Yeah. Okay, so it's there.
Okay.
Who are you?
It clears its throat and kind of stares down at you. It's kind of tall, but more wide than it is tall. You could probably say there. Seems very dignified. It kind of gives an air of Bannock. And
Can
it looks.
I? Hi.
Go ahead.
Can I do an Arcana check on him?
You certainly can.
14.
Can I assist?
You certainly can.
Okay.
Hmm.
Can we treat that as an advantage for Bannock?
You
With
can.
me helping? Okay.
Yep, roll
Okay.
and see if you get a 10.
21.
Well, I mean for
Oh,
for
I
Mistral.
have to roll for the help action? Okay.
Okay.
So it's just what, a d20?
Yeah.
Okay,
20.
20.
Yep.
You're
Critical
really
help.
helping.
I'm
You're really helping.
Good roll.
It's too bad it was only on that.
Okay, Bannock. You working together and with Mistral kind of helping you rack your brain and remember the books and stuff that you've gone through and all the interactions you've had and the researches you've both done. Just coming to mind, you are reminded of something from one of the books that describes what would normally be like a legion leader or one of the big wigs of the devil demonic world here, as in an a version of you from that side of things.
Right.
As this would be a person of like minor nobility, but
An elite.
definitely like a high rank military general, something like
So
that.
kind of a peerage.
Yep, known as an amnizu.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Can you
A
spell
M
that?
N I Z U.
AMNIZU. Yeah.
Two? What?
AMINZU.
No,
Yep.
no. Here,
My roll
Huh?
20 window closed.
there.
Hold on.
What does?
Amnizu. So it clears its throat as you say, who are you and all of this, and it introduces itself with some gutturals and some tones in abyssal, which I'm assuming you don't understand.
Correct.
I don't. But Mistral will understand it right now.
Yep, Mistral
Yeah.
and Bannock does.
Yep.
Doesn't Adeline also have Abyssal?
I can
I think
look.
she has infernal.
Adeline has Infernal. Yep.
Okay. So it's Bannock and Mistral that will.
I had it up
Mhm.
this time. Okay, it introduces itself as what could best be described with a guttural groan as Rochart. Almost like Richard, but not quite.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's their name?
Yes.
Okay.
And so Rochart starts speaking. The voice seems to be coming from the image to you there, Cole. It is looking at you, Cole, as it's talking.
Okay.
But again, Bannock and Mistral can understand it. So it introduces itself as Rochart and says, I hope that you received the message, but based on what happened earlier, it appears that you all may be resistant to my request.
We're just going to town. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't
I
even
ha-
know who will understand you.
I have no clue what you're saying. Well, I don't
I'll
think
speak
I
in it.
like
I'll
it.
speak in infernal, but I don't speak abyssal, so I'll try common, and then if it doesn't understand common, I'll speak in infernal, and then I got nothing.
One moment.
And Mistral
I
is
mean,
lying through her teeth. In case
know
that
this.
matters.
it adjusts and coughs again and starts speaking in common. It sounds very dignified, but you can definitely get like an infernal abyssal sounding feel to it.
It's
Like
got an accent.
someone, yeah, definitely got an accent. Says, "Oh, I apologize. Where are my manners? Uh, I expected better. And it kind of turns its head towards you now, Mistral, that you've started speaking up and towards it, and says, uh, I tried to give you a warning earlier, but it appears that you've resisted uh, the urge to listen to me. And so I'm just wondering what's going on.
Is he still speaking in Abyssal?
No,
No,
he's
he's
speaking
speaking
We
in
common
switched
at
to
this point.
common.
Okay. I can understand
Well,
you now.
we appreciate the indulgence. It is usually considered polite to speak in a language that all involved can understand. Um, Continually, notably speaking in common.
Mhm.
What kind of a warning is a severed head?
Was that your message? Was going to be my question actually, because there was no sign off. We have no idea who it was from.
It seems to think for a minute as if it's trying to decide on what words to use, and then follows up with, it was a message to show what will happen eventually. You're not needed yet.
And what makes you think that we are failing to abide by a message simply because we have left our place of residence?
You removed my eyes.
Your chicken.
What were your eyes?
That was my chicken, not yours. He's my friend.
Are
You
I
you
didn't mean to
talking
kill
about
him.
that
It was an
weird
accident.
chicken?
interesting. You killed it.
Perhaps if you had made your intentions more plain,
I didn't mean
we
to
wouldn't
kill
have a
him.
misunderstanding right now.
Geoffrey. Poor Geoffrey.
It nods its head and says, you do make a point. Perhaps I should have hidden it better.
Or perhaps you could have been forthright about the fact that it was your emissary and your eyes, and we could have taken more care with it.
I figured it would be quite clear that it was there on my behalf.
Definitely not clear.
I find that rather presumptuous, as I don't believe we've met before.
Oh, uh, you could possibly think that, or say that. I certainly know a lot about you.
Well, it seems that you have us at a disadvantage because the flow of knowledge seems to have only been traveling one way.
Hmm,
You could hardly expect us to anticipate your wishes without a proper introduction and conversation. We're not mind readers, you know.
I would have
Well,
thought better.
not perhaps not
Well, you
that
think too
good.
highly of me then.
Well,
Communication
you are
is an
but a
important.
monkey.
And with all due respect, sir, a severed head? It's not really a warning. It seems more like a threat.
It kind of puts its hands on its cane there and places the cane down on what you would assume would normally be the ground, but again, it's kind of floating a little bit in the air. And nods its head and says, yes, more of a threat.
I
Yes.
kind of hold my hand up a bit, and it starts to glow a little bit. And
Uh-huh.
I say, I don't take too kindly to threats.
It looks down at you as you say that, and kind of smiles with a very wide mouth grin and says, I don't take kindly to interference.
Well,
So
you
it
better get used
seems
to it.
we're at an impasse.
in the interest of creating an understanding, because communication is very important, so that all parties may be aware of each other's intentions. Perhaps you can shed some light on exactly what interference you're hoping to prevent from us and
That's,
why it matters to you.
and what your
We're
intentions are would also be nice.
okay. I have to check and see something. Darn it, I've got the wrong window open.
I doubt we'll get his intentions.
Oh no,
But
that's why I didn't ask. I'm instead.
I was being sassy with it.
Yeah.
Well, we're a bit in need of a battery of sorts to control a spell that we're in need of casting. Once it's done, then your time will come. But you're not needed as of yet.
And how are we to know what the consequences of this spell are and whether or not we are going to remain unharmed as a result of this task that you do not want interference with? Are we supposed to just trust you?
No, I didn't say you wouldn't be harmed. I just said you're not needed yet.
As a rational being, do you truly think that any creature of sentience would willingly stand back and allow themselves to face harm?
I suppose it depends. Sometimes, when faced with destruction, one would assume that you would want to spend more time with those close to you as opposed to resisting the inevitable.
Uh, Mistral, you can probably tell uh, Cole is looking like really impatient at the moment and is getting ready to cast a spell.
Yeah, Mistral's not stopping you. She's keeping him distracted with double talk.
All right. Well, then if she's not gonna stop me, I'm gonna be like, enough talk. And I'm gonna cast Wither and Bloom.
Okay.
Centered here.
One
So it's
moment.
a 10-foot radius. Come on, from a point, not. Don't snap to center.
Sorry,
Snap to
I'd like to draw a circle.
So
And
like
clear.
that. So it gets all three of them at the same
Yeah,
time.
so 10-foot radius. I think I didn't go far enough to the left.
That's about right.
There we go. Alrighty, so a few things happen here. So first thing,
They need to roll a con save.
everybody, as a group here, can you please make an investigation check?
Sure. 11.
Double checking real quick.
Net
I
20.
crit that.
Yep, go roll.
I crit that.
Is the thing I'm investigating within 1 foot of me?
Yes.
Then I get advantage. Not that it helps.
And can someone roll for Adeline if you would?
I don't have open.
Give me 1 second.
I can pull that open in a second if nobody else has it.
I'm doing it.
What's investigation based off of?
It's an intelligence.
I got it. I got it.
Yep.
Okay.
18.
Alrighty. So you cast your spell, and the illusion that was there is broken. One moment.
So I think communication is now ended.
Communication has indeed ended, and I had a feeling he wasn't actually there, but we'll see what is there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I think it was just an illusion being projected by the orb.
Correct. I
It
think
was-
you've
it-
hit the gnome, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That was my goal, was to get all 3 of them.
There.
Yeah,
There.
Mistral was just trying to keep him talking to try to get any information, but
Yeah.
also.
I was
Not
trying to wait
to-
long enough to get something.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
gnome has disappeared.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
He's got to adjust
putting
what's there
there
now that
what's
the illusion's
actually there.
broken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got to put the correct tokens in now. Um.
Okay, whose head is it? Whose head is there? Is the
The
chimkin.
gnome was an abyssal
Here's
chicken.
the chicken. Yep, there's the chicken. I've got
Yep, the
these 2
gnome.
guys.
The horses were something else too. What the heck are those?
Got insects of some description.
Okay, next, I need everybody, if you would, to roll initiative. No, wait. Hold on. Don't do that.
Before we do that.
So first, let me handle the withering and bloom,
Okay.
as I don't want to forget that, because now's a good time to
So
stop.
con save from all 5 of
Hmm.
them.
Alrighty.
So we're gonna do Withering Broom, roll initiative, and then we're gonna call it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. The chick owned.
And is a
What
fail.
does the con save have to be?
15.
Don't worry about it. That's for Withering Bloom. It's not for us.
So they need.
I meant like
They
what
need a
does what do
15.
they have to pass?
Oh,
It's a DC
okay. You were
15.
asking what the DC is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
DC 15.
yes.
MB.
Fail.
Fail.
Chasm.
3 fails.
And then
Yeah, I was meaning what the DC was.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
What they
do
what they had to pass for with the Constitution save
So one
is what I
Paragon,
was
yeah.
should have
and 4
probably
fails.
set it as.
okay, so everything fails except the very last one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what is the result of that?
So they're each going to take 11 necrotic damage. The success takes half that, so 5. And then I'm going to roll one of my hit dice
Yep, you get to heal
to
the
heal.
bloom part.
you actually get to heal
I do.
Mm-hmm.
from all the nibbles earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Let's see what. How do I roll a hit dice in here?
Oh, when you do the short rest, I know there's a thing for hit dice, but also
Yeah.
when you hit your, let's see, one of the things lets
Yeah.
you open it.
1d12 plus 3. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, it didn't put it in, but it was.
I see a 10.
10. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it put it through on the D&D Beyond side, not in Roll20.
Okay.
But we can, in fact,
Yep.
see it.
Yep, it
Yep,
was
I do
a
see it as 10.
So I am now
Yay.
back up to full health.
Woo!
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 Congrats.
And all of them except for the success takes 11. The success takes 5.
Alrighty. Now, if you all would roll initiative.
Make
Okay.
sure to click on your tokens first.
Oh, yep.
8.
Good call.
What used to previously appear as knights
The
now
chicken's dead.
look as
So many bad rolls tonight. Goodness.
Oh, Geoffrey again!
cold gut. That. Sorry, I'm having to tab through lots of windows right now because it's not putting them in.
I've rolled well once tonight,
Somebody
and it was that
needs
nat
to-
20 on the help action.
Somebody needs to roll for Allie.
15.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Roll.
Yeah, whoever has her
4.
open.
14 for Allie.
Okay.
14. Thank you. was a B, a B.
And then do I get a bonus action as well, Firedale, or just the action? Since this is essentially a surprise round.
Yep, you got surprise damage action. Sorry, I
Okay.
had to put in all their damages.
Does he also get the bonus action, or was it just an action that he got for surprise? Was the question.
Because you're getting the first pretty much move here, go ahead and do your bonus as well.
Okay.
So you cast your spell, the chicken died.
And then which do I want to do? I think I'm going to do I think I'm going to do a wild shape. Mark one of those, and I am going to transform into an Amphisbaena constrictor snake.
Okay. Infernal snake time.
You can change into the snake at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like you did before.
Yeah, and this is the
Alrighty.
upgraded version of the snake that gets multi-attack.
The one we encountered in the caves, yep.
Yep.
Yep, it is a beast. I forgot about that. You are correct,
Uh-huh.
sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will take care of that between now and then. I do know, however, that makes you large.
It does.
Yeah.
So pick which squares you would like to enlarge into.
Right there. I want to be close.
All right. So I have placed pictures in of what you see. What were previously the mouths look like a giant insectoid type creature.
A giant mosquito.
Kind of.
Mosquito.
It's
Yep,
a
pretty
giant
much.
mosquito.
And what appears to be knights are still rather very armored and things, but their faces don't appear as normal faces. Looks more like a
They're
statuette or a mask of
Marigons.
some type.
Yeah.
Interesting scythe weapon thing. It almost looks scythe, but it's not scythe.
Yep, it's a halberd.
That word.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you break the illusion with your attack. The illusion is broken. Everybody sees. And after this, I'm trying to think. Do we want to roll initiative now or next
We just
time?
did.
We just
did
rolled
roll. You
initiative.
Okay,
You
told
just
us
never
need
mind.
to.
to. You just need to
See,
record it.
sleepy brain. You are right. I just forgot to pop up the turn order.
Turn order.
Yep, so that way we
That-
know what order we all go in. Last time, most of us rolled very low, so we're gonna go towards that tail
Mhm.
end. But a few people are
This-
going first
This
before
time,
them.
a few people rolled rather low. You're right. Yeah,
Bannock
sorry
and
for my
Mistral are the
sleepy brain there.
cleanup crew this time.
So that's where we will go ahead and end it for today. Is the discovery that the illusion was an illusion, which I'm pretty sure Cole thought the entire time
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
because he's
Well,
a
I was
smart
kind of
monkey.
expecting a pit trap.
The
That's what-
Maragon reveal is an interesting one because they do technically they understand Infernal.
Uh-huh.
They just don't talk.
Yep, they are
I
yep,
don't even know what that is.
pretty much.
Yep.
Yep, that is how it is.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
a weird thing. They are just knights, so
Yeah.
normally it don't talk. That's why it could only say one thing, and it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't even it really saying it. So
Yeah.
So that's where we will stop it for this 34th session. I'm glad that we were able to get together and play a little bit. And I hope Cole enjoyed his momentary company of an abyssal chicken that he thought was really cute.
It was adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Took a few nibbles.
I think midnight would have been all over that thing.
Heck yeah.
So thanks everybody for stopping by. Again, I know it may have seemed a little bit slow, but I had fun. I hope everybody else did too.
Yeah.
Definitely an interesting turn of events.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff
Bye-bye,
is trying
everybody.
to stop us.
Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Thanks for watching.
And
Thanks
if
for listening.
Allie's
I'll see y'all
live, go
next
see
time.
Allie.
Bye bye.
Definitely.